keep trending warmer and warmer, and that's some welcoming news if you're hoping to get outside and enjoy it. So with that being said, we'll hop on Facebook here just for a couple of minutes, chat it up and let you know what is going on. And if you have any questions, we're going to break that down for you, as well as the threat of some rain to a little bit of a wintry mix for some as we head into the upcoming week. So with that being said, hopefully y'all are having a great Tuesday. It's been a pretty nice day so far, a lot of sunshine out there. Which is great news, which is continuing to help with that melting process. A lot of kids going back to school today. Still a few closures out there as well. But we will be talking a little bit about the opportunity for a little bit of a rain-snow mix as we head into the weekend, even though temperatures are warming up as we head through the rest of the week. So I see some people joining us. Thank you for hopping on for just a couple of minutes. We'll kind of talk about what we're doing. I wanted to let you know as well that the first alert weather day that we had in place for Wednesday and Thursday morning, those have been dropped. It doesn't look quite as cold. That's some good news. Still going to be where you want the winter jacket, but not nearly as bad as what it once looked earlier. A lot of blue skies out there today. It's a beautiful day. In fact, temperatures up to 39 already in Knoxville to Oak Ridge. Still a touch cooler up towards Tazewell at 36 in Morristown as well. 37 Spring City, 39 in Athens to 34 in Harriman. 41 in Sevierville is the warmest location that we're seeing at this hour. Expect a lot of us to get back into low 40s again today. We do have a light breeze out there around 5 to 10 miles per hour, occasionally gusting a little bit higher. And I will say this afternoon the winds have definitely picked up, especially along the plateau. This is a heavy cold front that's going to be moving in as we head into the overnight. And that could linger at least a few flurries to snow showers heading in to tomorrow morning as well for the higher elevations. And we'll break it all down for you in just a moment. But Monticello to Oneida, anywhere between 15 to 20 mile per hour gusts. So you got to factor in the winds out there as well. A little bit of a wind chill, and we'll take a look at the feels like temperatures in just a moment. But Sevierville to Morristown still kind of out of the west, maybe northerly direction. That'll eventually switch out of the southwest later on this evening. Feels like temperatures, though, 29 in Stern, so 31 in Huntsville, so you can see where those winds have picked up. There's a pretty significant difference. It's 39, feeling like 32 in Knoxville, 28 in Von Orr to 34 in Athens, so really that wind chill, and you can see those numbers updating live for you on the camera as well as we hit the top of the hour. What we're dealing with is very cold temperatures in terms of the wind chills. The actual air temperature, if you step outside, it actually feels pretty good, especially with that sunshine that we have, but clouds are forecast to move back in as we head through the overnight. Looking at that radar and cloud track for you as well, you can see some of the snow showers up towards Lexington, Kentucky. Those will slide to our east. Those are not going to be of a concern, but you can see a little band of snow just to the south and west of St. Louis. It's very, very light, a lot of it not reaching the ground. Still very dry air mass out there, but that will be the area that we're watching through the overnight to potentially bring us a little bit of that wintry mix for some of our communities. What we need to keep in mind, though, as we head through the middle of the week, still your people, pets, and pipes. It's going to be cold enough out there during the overnight hours that you can probably bring your pets in if you don't mind, or give them an extra blanket or maybe an extra bedding of hay or something like that to keep them warm as temperatures are going to be back into low 20s. So their water bowl's still going to freeze as well. And then make sure to cover those pipes and let those drip as well to keep them from freezing. However, as we head through the overnight, here come some of those clouds that are moving in as we head closer to 6, 7 o'clock. Most of it's still quiet, but as we do so, we'll see some of those snow showers trying to move in as well. Models this afternoon have really kind of trended back on a more widespread coverage. So right now, only about a 10 to maybe 20% at best. Once again, northwest flow, and what this model may not pick up on all that great is the opportunity for a little bit of that northwest flow into the mountains that could let maybe a dusting to an inch or so accumulate before tomorrow morning, but then it all kind of shuts down and we're looking at more sunshine heading into Wednesday. For tonight, we have up to those temperatures. Mountain snowfall, 10% coverage of maybe a few flurries out there. 20 degrees is that low temperature, though. Sunrise coming tomorrow morning at 7:45 for you, so it's going to be a cold one for sure. And looking at that low temperature trend once again, kind of a stair step up, and the afternoons, which I'll show you here in just a moment as well, is going to look pretty similar to that. Normally right around 30 for this time of year. We're going to be below that the next couple of mornings, then heading closer to the weekend we actually go above that as winds are turning back out of the southwest for a pretty decent amount of time. Normally 48 this time of year, going to be a little bit above that. In fact, some areas by Saturday could be looking at temperatures close to 50 degrees. So where I want to spend most of my time for you today is going to be on this Arctic air mass that is going to come in for next week. As of now, no first alert weather days issued. We're going to monitor this closely, still about a week out. And what we do during winter is kind of look at the pattern recognition. I've seen a lot of questions and a lot of posts already on social media talking about maybe snow potential for next week, even along the Gulf Coast. People have been kind of talking about it, and what we're going to do is look at the pattern recognition, because we're still about that 7 to 10 day range out. So does the pattern show favorable conditions for it? Does it lend to a less favorable condition? Right now, it's going to be cold enough. That's not the question. The question is the moisture there, the storm track? And that's something that we're going to fine tune as we head towards days 5 through 7. So that's what we're looking at there in terms of, is the pattern becoming more favorable with the storm track, and kind of what we're looking at in terms of accumulation and things like that. Heading into Futurecast, this is going to kind of tell you the tale as we head towards the weekend, because that's going to be our first weather maker that we're watching for you as we head into the upcoming week. So things are very quiet, very dry. We'll see more sunshine Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. No issues out there. Now, clouds do increase, and there comes the showers and downpours. This particular model is a little bit faster on the arrival of rain, kind of bring it in as we head into your Saturday morning, and then kind of clearing out on the backside. But then watch what happens heading into Sunday. Now, this is a regional view. A lot can and will change. Yes, we could see a little bit of a wintry mix. I think right now the bigger concern of at least accumulating snowfall is probably going to be kind of the horseshoe effect. As colder temperatures quickly rush in, you can see some of that changing over to some snowfall, and then that'll eventually push off towards the east as we head into early next week. Now, snowfall impact potential. Remember on Friday we talked about this is a high impact event. That's not going to be the case this time around. It's going to be kind of a low impact event for most, to a moderate impact at times. You can see the more accumulating snowfall is definitely up towards the Smokies and then back across southeastern Kentucky and the plateau. That's where we could be looking at some accumulation, maybe a quick dusting or a coating potentially into the valley as well. That's something that we're going to work on getting, kind of fine-tuned. So right now it's Tuesday, so we got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and now Sunday. So we're kind of in that day 5 range. So we're going to see how the pattern evolves. Now, as we go from day 3 to 5, is it transitioning to more of a rain event? Is it transitioning to more of a snow event? And then once we get 1 through 3, days 1 through 3, leading up to the event, that's when we'll kind of talk about totals. So it may be a little bit before we kind of talk about that. We may have something in we'll have something in the WVLT First Alert Weather app about this as well. I'm kind of talking about and transitioning what's going to happen this weekend. So we're going to keep it kind of short, sweet this afternoon. Thankfully, the First Alert days have been canceled through the middle of the week. Temperatures trending warmer for us, more sunshine, not as many issues. So that's why we've kind of pulled back on that. We want to be transparent with you as well in that regard, that even though it doesn't look as cold, we're going to pull back on it and make sure that you still stay safe and keep you updated there. So that's what we're looking at in terms of the First Alert forecast. The opportunity for a little bit of rain this weekend, actually pretty good dosage of rain for a lot of us, and then maybe a little bit of snowfall as we head Sunday night into Monday morning. We'll of course continue to bring you updates throughout the week, and we'll be back on coming up on WVLT News at 3:30, breaking down the latest forecast as meteorologist Ben Cathy and Spencer Denton and myself will kind of fine-tune those details just a little bit more as we go through each model run through the rest of the week. Till then, have a great evening, stay safe, and stay warm.